This is the moment that we have been waiting for. My God, does this preview look absolutely unreal for Dragon Ball Super episode 122. The very first episode of the entire year will kick off with our favorite artist, Yuya Takahashi. If you guys like Dragon Ball Super episode 114, which the entire fandom went crazy over, this is his beautiful artwork right here. You can tell by the 3 gradients of shading, the cheekbone definition, the angular composition, and although I just want to fanboy out over the art, there is so much to talk about in this preview. I mean, so many things are happening and lots to discuss and break down, so let's start from the very beginning. Okay, so it's very interesting how Goku is actually going up against Jiren first. From everything that we've heard, it sounded like Jiren was going to straight up take on Vegeta as Vegeta would challenge him. But it looks like here Vegeta's trying to help as Goku and Vegeta both take him 2 versus 1. But Jiren, not even looking, just backhands Vegeta like a little weakling, like he's not even caring about him. However, Vegeta is not giving up in this episode and he keeps going in against Jiren. Now I'm wondering what Goku is doing at this point, but the preview does flash back to Goku as he's blocking a lot of attacks from Jiren. We'll get back to that in a second, but first, Frieza looks to be on the ropes. Now we know that he is going to be fighting Dispo. You can't see who he's fighting from this preview, but it looks like he's getting thrown around by like maybe Toppo or something like that. Okay, and then here Goku is literally laughing and smiling as he's blocking Jiren's punches. Now, how is that possible? We saw what happened last time Goku in Super Saiyan Blue went up against Jiren. He got completely annihilated, even with 20 times Kaioken. And now he's not even Kaioken, and he's exhausted, and he's able to block Jiren's punches while laughing and having a conversation. Doesn't really make too much sense unless over the course of his battles with Kefla and everything like that, since he was pushing himself and pushing his limits, maybe he did get a power boost. Maybe he's talking about that in this episode. Here we see Toppo going in, maybe against Gohan and 17. Now we jump back to Vegeta versus Jiren, and it looks like Vegeta has the upper hand, which is blowing my mind. So it could be that Jiren is really holding back for some reason. Now we know that from spoilers, episode 123 is titled Unleashing the Full Power of Body and Mind. So that could actually be Jiren instead of Vegeta getting Ultra Instinct. It could be Jiren here going full power in episode 123. That is a definite possibility, and it would suck actually if Vegeta does not get Ultra Instinct, but there is a large group of the fan base who does not believe that Vegeta will get Ultra Instinct in this tournament. It will probably come next arc, and you guys may be right. Now here, Jiren is drawn with absolutely massive biceps. I mean, look at that thing. This dude is literally bicep curling planets in his spare time. Somehow Vegeta lands a devastating kick on Jiren, and it actually looks like it hurts him. So even when Goku and Ultra Instinct landed hits on Jiren, he like kind of brushed it off. But here he's taking 2 hits from Vegeta, and he looks to be in pain, which is Vegeta going beyond his limits here. It says from Goku's narration, draw forth power beyond your limits. So maybe Vegeta is getting some offensive Ultra Instinct. Maybe he's getting some power boost here. How is he able to hurt Jiren? There is a lot of questions coming out of this episode preview, and hopefully we get some good explanations, because it could just be some writing. It could just be story writing that in this episode, you know, Goku and Vegeta actually stand a chance against Jiren in Super Saiyan Blue. There are different writers on the Dragon Ball Super team in Toei, and they have like different takes on the characters and what happens in that episode as long as they follow Toriyama's bullet points. But hopefully there's some explanation there. Regardless, we move on as Vegeta challenges Jiren with a final flash. Now this is extremely reminiscent of when Vegeta challenged Perfect Cell with his final flash. This seems to be almost a straight cut out of DBZ, as Jiren looks at Vegeta charging up the blast and prepares himself to take this massive nuke. Now, we've seen a lot of final flashes out of Vegeta over the course of Dragon Ball Super. None of them have had the destructive power of the one in DBZ, primarily, I guess, because he just didn't charge it up long enough. You know, it can concentrate its energy into one single point, and you need a lot of time to charge up a lot of energy into it. And it looks like here Jiren is actually giving Vegeta the chance, but then he starts freaking the hell out because he's like, oh crap, exactly like Cell did when that monstrous nuke actually came his way. Now we know Vegeta is not going to be knocking off Jiren, so I guess Jiren's just going to tank this thing. And I'm assuming afterwards he just beats the snot out of Vegeta, and then Vegeta starts awakening some Ultra Instinct, and then maybe that's the end of the episode. Now, the cool thing is, at the end of this episode, we're going to get the episode preview for 123, and we will hopefully see Ultra Instinct Vegeta in that episode preview for 123, unless that entire Unleashing Full Power Body Mind is about Jiren, which we know he hasn't been at full power yet. It was stated in episode 110. He's still got a lot left inside of him. This episode is going to be super freaking hype because I have a feeling they're going to be pouring as much energy into it, kind of like as they did for the special. This is the finals. This is, you know, something that is super hype that we've been waiting for, just like Goku versus Jiren was. It was hyped up for like 8 months or something like that. And the entire time we knew that the finals were going to be Universe 7 versus Universe 11. At least we were almost certain of that. And now we're getting it. And I think Toei Animation is going to put a lot of extra money into this episode, and actually probably the rest of the episodes until Tournament of Power is done, because I can't see them dragging this on too much longer. There's 9 minutes left in the Tournament of Power, so maybe 9 episodes. That's like 2 months worth. That seems about right. I mean, we're figuring that Tournament of Power is probably going to end somewhere around March. We've never seen them make an episode 30 seconds in Dragon Ball time, but I mean, I guess it's possible. But with it being the climax of the Tournament of Power, with it being the finals, which everybody has been waiting very patiently for, I can see the next episodes until this arc is done being the peak of the animation in the tournament. I don't know if every episode is going to be like 110, but I think it's going to be very, very close. As far as my predictions for this episode, here's what I think is going to happen. The episode is going to start off with Dispo attacking people, and Frieza is going to challenge Dispo. Now, we know that from spoilers that Dispo is going to come in somewhere. He's going to kind of blindside someone. Maybe he actually knocks off 17 with that blindsided attack. That is a huge possibility because we don't see him in this preview, and I think that's very likely. So Dispo, my theory is Dispo comes in, he knocks off 17. That pisses off Frieza. Frieza goes in and challenges Dispo. Goku and Vegeta go and challenge Jiren, and Gohan takes on Topo. Now, Jiren is probably going to be attacking everybody and talking some smack, and basically at some point Vegeta is going to stand up and he's going to make a speech, and his speech is going to be, you know, some pride-filled epic speech, and he's going to say, I want to take on Jiren by myself. And for some reason, after his epic speech, he's actually able to have a good fight with Jiren and land a couple strong punches. However, Jiren's probably going to blast him away, and at that point Vegeta is going to taunt Jiren with the final flash and actually blast him. Maybe he'll do some good damage or something like that, but then after that he's going to get up, he's going to smack Vegeta. What happens after that, I have absolutely no idea, because they go in a lot of different directions, and at different times during this fight we're going to see Gohan taking on Topo and Frieza taking on Dispo. I could potentially see Frieza beating Dispo, knocking Dispo out, Gohan losing to Topo and getting knocked out, and then Frieza and Topo would go at it against each other. I think that Frieza would beat Topo, and you may just be left with Goku and Frieza versus Jiren. Goku and Jiren going at it, they either knock each other out or Goku just barely wins by the skin of his teeth, and at that point Frieza takes his opportunity now that Jiren is gone, and he blasts Goku off the stage, and he wins, so he gets the wish from the Super Dragon Balls. I think that's very, very possible. But I mean, these fights between Frieza and Dispo and Gohan and Topo, hopefully they'll last a few episodes. I'm assuming they will probably last about 3 to 4 episodes each. Now that we're down to the climax and there's only 2 universes, not 8 universes, they can really focus on these individual matches. And I don't know if this is just going to be like chaos, but I'm hoping that we'll really get an episode per battle kind of thing. I just want them to bring Yuya Takahashi on some more. So he actually doesn't work at Toei. He's a consultant, and apparently he's pretty damn expensive too. So, you know, again, when I was talking about before, they're really trying to pump up this climax of the Tournament of Power. They're dumping more money into it. That's obviously by hiring Yuya Takahashi. That's one of the reasons. He also worked on episode 110 and 114. I would love for that guy to be like the animation supervisor permanently. I think that fans would go crazy for the art. If every episode was like this, man, Dragon Ball Super would be so much better. but unfortunately they have a ton of different supervisors, which has been a problem for them in the past. There's just too many hands in the cookie jar, which is a huge reason for why a lot of episodes are inconsistent with the art and the animation and so forth. This episode looks like it's going to be the most exciting episode since 110, in my opinion, and it stinks that we're going to have to wait 2 weeks for this thing, but it'll be totally worth it, and I know you guys are on board. A lot of theories and, a lot of questions coming out of this episode trailer, so leave your comments below, guys. Ask your questions or tell me your theories. I want to hear your thoughts on what you guys think is going to happen, particularly after Jiren brushes off Vegeta's final flash. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think that he's going to smack down Vegeta and go Ultra Instinct? Do you think Vegeta's going to get knocked off? Let me know your thoughts below, guys. Thanks for stopping by Mastar Media today, and happy holidays to absolutely everyone. Happy New Year. Not too many videos are going to be coming out over the next couple weeks. I'm going to be trying to spending some time with my family and taking a little break, but I will be releasing another video, a big video very shortly, within the next week or so, making some major announcements for Mastar Media 2018, some things about my personal life that I need to tell you guys, and so all that stuff's coming in a big video coming probably in about a week. All right, everybody, Merry Christmas. Talk to you soon.